Let's do that again. Here we go. Well, good evening. I'm back. Here's Daxy Man. And it is Thursday night. And it is Civic. There he is. Been doing too many of these. It is Civic night. We are back in the Type R's. And tonight we are at, I can never pronounce this one correctly, Sardegna. Serena B. I don't know. Tonight I can't speak. You're going to get that a lot. So let's have a look at the current standings. As I've been away a little while, and I've heard that in my return there has been updates which we have applied today. Took ages to get into actual Gran Turismo, but they're saying it is a bit better with the lag. Not completely gone, but a bit better. Anyway, let's start it off. Ethan Graham currently at the top of the championship with 111 points. Not far behind him at all. John Thompson with 101 there. In third place, Lewis Edwards, 98. Rob Showler in fourth with 95. Xavier McIntosh with 90. Then dropping into sixth is Manugas Catinas. Now, give that a try. Forgive me if I butchered your first name, mate. Adam Piper in 7th. 8th is Robert Adams. Ashley Sharp, 9th, our hostess with the mostest. And then Joseph Willows, Stuart Fuller, and Liam New in 10th, 11th, and 12th place. Right, let's get on to the game. Right now. So, as they have done, or had to do, because GT7 is just not up to it yet, for some reason. I don't know why. It's annoying. If I go, hold on. Here. No, it doesn't. So I'm still unable to do live timings, which is annoying for the qualifying sessions, as I would like to be able to tell you how, everyone's improving each lap. I can see who the fastest lap will be when I put the other stuff on, which doesn't seem to stay on like it did used to in GT Sport. Again, still want to moan about this. It's going to happen a lot. We will see fastest lap at least on the top there. And then maybe we can get at least a decent taste of what's going on. So, 10 minutes, I believe, or an adjudicated amount of time. We're going to do laps around this track. And at the end of that will be our qualifying standings. Then into our first of 2 races tonight. Second race, again, is a reverse order of the results of race 1. Basically, whoever wins race 1 ends up at the back at race 2. I'm wondering if I can turn that music off. That's fairly annoying. Bear me a second. I thought I turned all this stuff off. I do apologise. Right, will that be enough? Or will it still be on in spectator mode? Nope. Seems to need to go for the menu one, because that's the one it relies on. Options. No, not you. You. Background menu volume. There we go. Turn you down off that way. Thank you very much. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, for all of that. Back on board following Catinas. Currently not sure where he's placed. Didn't mean to press that leading button. Yes, I am having a night of it tonight already. Oh dear. Right, we'll start again. While we watch Rob Showler absolutely plant it off, Liam New stacks it into him. That's those 2 laps gone. Xavier McIntosh just going around the corner, laughing at those 2. With, why is it not going to, it's not doing that order? Okay. That doesn't make sense. Okay, no, so, interesting. Okay, it makes no order this. grid order. I don't know if it's what I can scroll here is the fastest times currently. It could be, because Lewis Edwards, which is number 2 driver with the let's look at that brilliant OnlyFans delivery. I do love it. It's very simplistic, which is funny. I like it. That's good. Oh, Katinaz knocking him off the top spot. What's he coming with? A 126.8, knocking his 127 off. Gauntlet thrown down by Katinaz. Anyone else going up there? Jokerman is pushing Liam New down. He's not managed to pip Lewis Edwards, but he's definitely got up into third for the time being. Any new times coming across the board? Where's Rob Schauler? He's coming down the back straight. Nothing changed for him. John Thompson, not got the hang of this yet from at least the looks of it. If this is accurate, he's currently qualifying in 8th. Maybe he's just not had a good run. But he is standing 2nd in our current championship. So maybe qualifying is not his forte. And he's just a good old race. Get him in the race and get around that track. Excuse me, getting a cotton mouth. Right. Let me turn myself down. I want to know how's everyone doing in the chat. Is anything going on? Go on, Ethan. Kelly Sawyer bigging up Ethy there. And so's Retro Marky, even. My bad. Sorry, Marky. Ethan, you got some fans out there, mate. Do your biz. Right. Get back on if my mouse will start to work. There we go. 5 laps currently done. In theory, then, if it is 10 minutes, we're going to get more than probably 7. But things are changing. Looks like, oh, Xavier McIntosh. Oh, Xavier McIntosh has gone up above Liam New now, and Liam New just there spinning off on that exit. And I have to admit, in regards to, oh dear, that is some damage to the front of that Civic. Absolute carnage. Love the old Jordan livery that Rob Schauler has there. And you can see that the lag is still there. It's mainly in the corners. It's where you're going to get the most, I suppose, calculations and stuff that way. It was sort of being smoother, at least when I was watching pre-start of stream, at least on the sort of back straights and maybe more swooping corners. It's not as bad there, but you can still see it. Just doesn't seem to be as jarring. Anyway, catching back up. Jokerman now going above Lewis Edwards up into 2nd place here. Absolutely smashing it round. And the Gathers livery there in that. That's amazing, Gathers livery. We're talking old school. If you guys know your touring cars, you will look at that and go, yes, I know. And it'll show you my age. Well done by him. Still currently leading the pack with that 126.8 is Katinaz. Flies up the hill and that sort of back hill straight. Braking heavily now down into this right-hander. Tight in and up round. Yeah, you don't want to, that's the tricky bit there. You don't want to accelerate too hard. You'll catch that grab and it'll just complete opposite effect. And it's a sort of roller coaster here, just dabbing on and off. Try and take that absolute perfect line. And this is where we could see some carnage, this corner. That corner and the last corner, because you just hack it through, I can definitely see possibly some door-on-door action. Someone maybe getting slammed into the wall there. Not wishing bad upon any of my guys. I just, it's going to happen. Right, minute till start. our mountain. Ashley is just, you just stick it in the pits, Ash. Is that what you're going to do? Starting at the back. Happy to do so. Fair enough. In his Poundland livery. Let's catch up with Joseph Willows. I forget you can now beep in this. Joseph Willows must be on a hot lap here. Wants to see what he can do. Oh, nice and tight. Let's keep on here and see if he can improve on that 9th position, as he's probably going to be on his last lap now. Bit of a deep dive into that corner, but sort of slides it round up the hill. And I don't think that lag really helps. It sort of puts you off the sort of precise braking points you need to know. You just got to really sort of pre-think it with that lag, just in case it doesn't kick into that split second later. So maybe that's a tactic now. Oh, and there we go. End of that. And off we start. So at the end of that, it was Katinaz first, Xavier McIntosh second, Ethan Graham, fans will love that in the chat, third, Lewis Edwards in fourth, Liam New fifth, Rob Schowler sixth, Ashley Sharp seventh, Adam Piper eighth, Original Jonty ninth, and Joseph Willows 10th. We start from the beginning. That's a really good, helpful view there from the camera angle. Thank you so much, Gran Turismo 7. We cannot see what the heck is going on here. What on earth has just happened? What is going on with this game? Right, apologies. In we come again. Let me pull up the menus while I get more and more frustrated by the second. Katinaz still hold on to that first. Sokoman is still second, and Ethan Graham is still third. So not much has changed with the top three. Lewis Edwards, yet still in fourth position, and so is Liam New in fifth. John T up into sixth, and Lewis Joseph Willows. Look at this from the back of the pack, up into seventh already, showing what he can do on the first lap here. Not even done. So good on that man. See what else is going on behind him. That is Ashley Sharp behind him in number 8 with that Powerland livery. Adam Piper back in 9th. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe a bad start. Maybe something we didn't get to see thanks to the wonders of Gran Turismo 7. Then Rob Schowler now down into 10th. So, yeah, that is not where he started. Something makes me think that he got the raw end of the deal, possibly. Right, catch back up with first place. Katinas flying through, and the battle behind is starting to heat up with Liam New getting very loose there and running onto the grass further back. Lewis Edwards there trying to catch up. What's happened to Liam New? He's now dropped back into 6th. He's lost a spot. And that's got him onto, look at this, Joseph Willows' radar. He could fall folly. And Willows needs to watch out, just push a little wide there, leaving himself open to attack from Ashley Sharp, catching back up with the front pack. Lewis Edwards trying to push up into it there. Ethan Graham getting shoved out, but Lewis Edwards sort of riding the backside of Jokerman there, and unfortunately made him lose some space. I don't know if he braked on purpose because he didn't mean to go into the back of him. He's sort of given himself a penalty down into 8th. I'm not sure, but something's happened there. So things have changed up front. It's now a 1-2 with a Katinaz really out in the lead already. 1.2 seconds at the moment. And Ethan Graham, the only real challenger in the razor wire sort of green and a luminous pink livery, setting the best lap currently, or potentially. It's only lap 2. We have got 14 laps to go. John Thomas leading the second pack. In third, podium position available if Liam New, my apologies Liam, can work his magic. Unfortunately, Xavier McIntosh is now back into 5th position after all those shenanigans, and Lewis Edwards is down to, what am I saying? McIntosh is 5th and Edwards is down to 6th. He's been challenged by the likes of Joseph Willows now, who's down in 7th, and looks to want to make a move here. And this is going to be impressive from what I'm going to say. It's a rookie to the series. I'm not saying he's a rookie in driving skills, because he's taking on the likes of Lewis Edwards. And that's no mean feat. Lewis Edwards, one of our top drivers there, just pushing a little wide into that corner. Made that late braking happen. Unfortunately, Ashley Sharp dive down up on the inside. But if you can keep that tight, you can keep up. Keep it going with Joseph Willows. Catch back up with the rest of the pack. Stuff is going on. It's Liam New. It's Liam New, and it's on John Thompson. He's now up into third position, pushed a little wide there by John Thompson. That's popped him down into fourth. Maybe got to rattle his bones a little bit. Hopefully he's not going to do a bit tit for tat. We can try and keep it clean. I think it was John Thompson just braking a bit late there, unfortunately, and it caught the front of him and pushed him wide. Not sure if that deserves a position being given back, but Liam will want that position back, so he's going to fight hard, riding that grass a little bit on the exit, onto the back start-finish straight. And he's left himself open to attack from the slipstream, and it is Xavier McIntosh who's going to do it. Up into fourth position he goes, and down into fifth position, Liam New. Why am I calling him Lewis? What's wrong with me tonight? Guys in the chat, let me know what's wrong with me. Be nice. That's okay. Thanks, Marky. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Some nights, it's just some nights, you know. Right, Katinaz. Well, I'm gonna at least show you some of him because he is our race leader at the moment, but he's just all out by himself here, decimating and setting a lap time literally near on the same as his qualifying, which is a 1:26.8. This is currently a 1:26.9. So qualifying time's being performed near on here. And Ethan Graham really is his only challenger. And unfortunately for him, the gap between him and Ethan Graham is slowly growing. Was 1.2 when I last looked at them. It's now up to 2.5. So a lot of legwork to do there. And the lag is not helping. As you can see there, it's not going to help. I don't know if it's as bad for the driver as what we're viewing, but it's going to really affect your concentration, just being able to focus when it does that. It's annoying as heck. Right, Joker Man, Xavier McIntosh is up into third. But he has got the likes of Lewis Edwards, not wanting to overtake yet, but definitely taking full advantage of all the slipstream he can. Possibly waiting for a particular corner to make that little pokey overtake. And the battle for a podium position continues. Lap 5 of 14 currently on. And Liam New, I'll give him credit, is kept in the top 5 fight for most of this race. He's back up into 5th position now. And John Thompson is now down into 6th. So I don't know what's happened there, but that's not a good position for him at the moment. He wants to get better points to keep that 2nd place. It is very tight in the championship. Literally every race is counting. And that's what we like to see. Adam Piper, not seen him too much today so far. Up into 7th. Started near the back of the pack, and now he's got himself up into 7th. Got past Ashley Sharp and Rob Schauler. And unfortunately, it seems that Joseph Williams has dropped down into 10th place for now and has got a bit of a gap of 3.2 seconds. See if he can try and make that up during the rest of the race, but he unfortunately does not have the toe that his next driver ahead of him does have, which is Rob Schauler, who's riding right under the backside of Ashley Sharp at the moment. Off the back corner and down the back straight. Enough to use for slip. I don't think it's enough to try and make a pounce. Ashley Sharp, 1.2 seconds away from Adam Piper, up in 7th. And Adam Piper, a whole 2 seconds away from John Thompson, up into 6th. So, quite sparsed out in the back of the field already, halfway through this race. Real action starts taking place possibly from 5th upwards. Well, I say that. 1.3 second gap between 5th and 4th at the moment. So, the gap and fight is continuing up from 4th. Lewis Edwards still trying to find a little hole past Xavier McIntosh. And McIntosh is just going, not today, sunshine. I'm going to get my elbows out wide and make this Civic as wide as possible. Little touch of the bum there by Lewis Edwards. He's got to watch it. Don't want to get himself penalised, and unfortunately penalised himself there. by pushing too hard, braking and going off into the gravel. And that's given up that position, dropped down into 5th, and Liam New is now up into 4th. And make his job a little harder to try and get back up to podium position for Lewis Edwards there. 2 places he's got to get back up. That leaves Jokerman with a clean run. And a whole 2.6 seconds to try and close down the next guy in 2nd position. That is Ethan Graham. What's our chat saying about Ethan Graham? Is there any more shout-outs going on? Come on, Ethan! Shout Kelly! Go on, Ethan, son! Closing that gap down. I tell you, he has got some jungle juice in that fuel tank now. It was 2.3. It's now dropped down to just 2. It was just under 2 a second ago. So it was the berries on the corner. If he can get that, just that swing in and keep it tight, he might be able to catch up with the likes of Katinas, our guy up in 1st. And I've only just noticed that it's actually Xavier McIntosh, which has just pipped fastest lap. Or has pipped fastest lap. I don't know if it's just. From Katinas, he's doing a 126.5. That's the fastest lap today in the Civic so far. So, see if we can keep an eye out for that. That will at least get him an extra point when it comes to the points in this thing. I've just seen a dog hair in my beard. That is so annoying. There we go. You guys didn't need to know that. Katinas. Doing a 127 there. Drop into the back of the pack. Sorry, I don't know why it's going all quiet for a second. Looking at the current battle between Ashley Sharp, and I know what's I've not turned off. Sorry, I do apologise. There we go. Try and make it more professional. Ashley Sharp and Rob Schowler for 8th position. Ashley holding his own this race so far. I'm not going to curse the commentator in, but he's keeping up and actually battling well. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's my demise, but luck does not befall Ashley. Brilliant driver. Just some bad timings happened to the poor chap. Up into 6th position, looking at John Thompson. Trying to close that gap down between him and Liam New, but it's still 2 seconds. Hasn't really increased or decreased, and Liam New is all over the back end of Lewis Edwards here, who's got back up into 4th. That is a position drop by Liam New, but Liam New's not letting him up. He's, going to try and go back at him down this back straight here. Going to try to go around the outside of him here, and can he outbrake him, go around the outside? I'm not sure if he can. No, he's not. He's going to slot back in, maybe try to switch through on the exit of the corner. Not got enough pace there, but really keeping up. And in his mirror, making Lewis aware of where he is the whole time. And these two are just going to battle away. And there's a big old gap between 4th and 3rd. Jokerman, Xavier McIntosh. He is currently closing down that gap between him and Ethan Graham, though. It was over 2 seconds. It's now 1.6 seconds. So, Jungle Juice is definitely in the back end of McIntosh's car as well. Try and get everything out of that Civic. Basically, even take the tape deck out of it and lob that out the window. Where is Ethan Graham? Here we go. His gap between himself and Katinas has increased, unfortunately. And to top it all off, Katinas has just topped the fastest lap of the night. He's done a 126.415. Everyone's slowly starting to edge away at those hundredths of a second each lap. As repetition kicks in, we are in the latter stages of this race now. 10 laps out of 14. and everyone seems to be just catching a touch of that front bit of gravel. I want to go back down to where the nearest battle is. And it seems to be back here. It seems that Liam News unfortunately done something which has left him way behind Lewis Edwards, 2 seconds in fact. And he's actually looking to be under threat from the likes of John Thompson and Adam Piper, who will gladly try and latch on to his toe and potentially get themselves a couple more positions and a couple more points that they would have had. And you know what? He is in position. He is in range. He is half a second in there. We're going to keep watching these three for the time being. Just make sure what else is going on. There's still a fight. I thought there's still going to be a fight. Schauler has got past Sharp. Sharp wants to try and get that position back really well up the hill, up on Schauler. Wants to see if he can get him on this back set of corners. Piper now got up round past John Thompson. John Thompson wants to see if he can get back down on the inside, pushing. I told you it happened here, and the wall wasn't got, but you can see what I mean. That is some damage taken on to Adam Piper's car there, but he still remains in 6th position. It's John Thompson down into 7th. What's happening with Schauler and Ashley Sharp? Unfortunately, it is still down in 9th position for Sharp, up into 8th for Schauler. Adam Piper wants to see if he can try and do anything to Liam New, but also John Thompson wanting to get on the action still. Those two fighting away, 6th and 7th being battled over. And while that's all going on, Liam New is taking full advantage and trying to get away from the scuffle, trying to hold on to his 5th position. Literally 3 laps remaining. Well, 2. We are on one of them. Excuse me, I do apologise. Flashing lights there, buddy. How you doing, mate? Don't pay attention to me, you carry on driving. And nothing being done around here at the moment. Adam Piper, pushing a bit too hard. May have knocked the inside of Liam New there. Might have seen the inside line being given up, though. He's going around the inside. Has he held on? What's happened to Liam New? He has gone wide, but he's still ahead of him. Still holding on to that 5th position. But John Thompson's right up behind him there as they go down this back straight towards this last kink corner. Piper has got the inside. If he breaks at the right moment, he does. Jumps up into 5th for the time being. But now we have the start finish straight where everyone can get anything and the slipstreams are rife. Liam New tucking in behind Piper and seeing if he can dip round him. Piper holding the inside line. John Thompson just on the outside there, but losing slip. No one could do anything, and it remains Adam 5th, Liam 6th, and John Thompson 7th at the moment. It is wing to back paddle action, and Liam New has dived down up the inside and managed to take that spot back there from Adam Piper. Adam Piper diving down the inside again here to take the spot back from Liam New. So it's who's going to do the dive and make it round without causing a penalty. And each one keeps giving up the inside line to the other. And Liam New's taking it back again. Frustrated behind all of them is John Thompson, who's not managed to get himself out of 7th place yet. And is just looking to see when he can, egging for a spot to come open. I want to see if... Oh, they are getting close. I thought they might be getting close. Ethan Graham and Xavier McIntosh fighting it now over for 2nd and 3rd position. Graham still holding on to the 2nd place. But McIntosh right up in his chaffer. Wants to get past him as quickly as possible. Penultimate lap. Just started. These are where you need to make the moves. And Graham holding the inside there, making sure he doesn't try and get taken by Xavier McIntosh on the outside. McIntosh just taking a bit of a hit, and because of that, dropping a half a second behind him and not being as close to pounce straight away again. It's going to take him a couple of corners to catch up. What's going on with the fight behind us? It is Adam Piper still up into 5th place. John Thompson has now got into 6th position, and unfortunately Liam New has dropped down into 7th with a bit of a gap there. 0.8 of a second it's showing. Rob Schauler in 8th, Ashley Sharp 9th, and Joseph Williams still down in 10th. And they're going to catch back up to what's happening up in 2nd and 3rd place. Up and round the hill they go, 90-degree bend, up round that hill. And then they dip back down into the sort of crest of this hill and up round again. It's like a sort of valley. And see, this is what I mean. You get the lag here. I don't know if it's anything like for the guys who are driving it. That must be horrendous to watch. Anyway, onto the start-finish straight they go. And Ethan Graham has got Lewis Edwards. I do apologise, Lewis. Really up behind him. And it's a 27.7 for him there. It's not the fastest lap in the world at all. Edwards is going to now try and hold him off. And that's going to be the name of the game for this final lap. Hold him off, see what he can do. But because it's the final lap, it does mean that gloves are off. And McIntosh is just going to go when he can go. Graham's going to be aware of that. He's going to make sure he takes that inside line and holds off from any potential. Sits in the right place and no switcheroos can be done or anything like that. A bit of a late break, but holds it inside line, going round that corner. Onto the sort of mid-straight down this hill. Round the corner, and you then have to heavy brake into the sort of 90-degree bend up the hill, drop down into second gear. And Lewis Edwards wants to see what he can do. He's trying to take the wide fast line up the hill, and he has got it. Oh, Ethan Graham touched a bit of gravel there, and that has dropped him back down into third. That's all he needed to do, and touch a bit of gravel there again, and that's just given, unfortunately, Xavier McIntosh a bit more space ahead of him, half a second and increasing. So it looks like the second, third position is going to be done. Let's get up into first. And here we go, race winner. Katinaz taking the victory in first position. Lights are flashing. There he goes. Congratulations, that man, Xavier McIntosh. The late set mover up into second there. And then Ethan Graham with a dramatic crash in third. Lewis Edwards doing the same in fourth. Adam Piper in fifth. But look how close it is between Liam New and John Thompson. Liam New just taking over John Thompson. Oh my days. Ashley Sharp 8th. Joseph Williams 9th. And in the back, oh, what happened there? Rob Schauler in 10th position. We don't normally see him in places like that. Definitely something happened that lap. Look at that, 140. So congratulations, Katinaz, for taking first place there. Let us see what is going to be done here. Is there any way I can see and show the race standings like I could do before? No, that's just the settings. No. 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 Okay. There you go. That does make sense to do this feature. I didn't realise they added this feature. That is good to do here. But there's many more features which are lacking already. Add them back first, please. Right. Practice is taking place. I've got to now set all the stuff up again, which is tad annoying. Right. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Nothing much being said in the chat here. Marky, having a last one there. Kermit, good evening, my man. How you doing? Good to see you. See what Marky's saying. There's a few people who think like that, Kelly. You know, and you know what? It'd spice up the race a little bit, wouldn't it? Oh, dearie me's. Ethan Graham. Yeah, just people saying that the lag is still being seen. Some people seeing it more on the other people's screen or to people happening around them. While we wait for the start of race 2 to commence. I don't know how long this is going to take. So, to make it look half professional, to qualifying 2. I was mistaken, it wasn't reverse order from race 1, it is qualifying for race 2. I do apologise, and it is Xavier McIntosh ahead of that currently, with Lewis Edwards just popping up into second there, Liam New in third, Rob Schauler up into fourth, Adam Pipe in fifth, Joseph Willows in sixth, John Thompson in seventh, Martinez in eighth, and Ethan Graham's in the pit still for some reason, and so is Ashley. And we are having some difficulties on track currently between Lewis Edwards and, oh my days, it's all going to go wrong. Oh my good God, how was that avoided? I don't know. John Thompson must have pooped himself as he just avoided everyone coming at him. What are those two doing? I do not know. That is still the fastest time by Xavier McIntosh, and Lewis Edwards, it seems, is just stopped there. Must have taken some severe concussion from that race. Who's been the noisy one there? I thought that was John Thompson. Being noisy on the horn, trying to get his attention for his spam livery, ladies and gentlemen. Spam, get your spam. He's got it, you want it, and he'll ram your car for it. And Lewis Edwards getting the sort of deal of that. There we go, into the race. And how we start: Xavier McIntosh first, Lewis Edwards second, Liam New third, Ethan Graham fourth, Rob Schauler fifth, Adam Piper sixth, Katina seventh, John Thompson eighth, and then we have got Ashley Sharp, no, Joseph Willows in ninth and Ashley Sharp in 10th, and away we go. What a view. I didn't realise I could change the view of my controller. This is something different. Or is this just a view it's given us and I get to scroll between the cars? So this is rather cool. No, there we go. Oh, we can get in car, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to heart the action now. Inboard camera action. I didn't realise I could do this. GT7, you're not useless anymore. You changed it so you don't have to have a keyboard like you did in GT Sport. You can now do it on your controller. Hallelujah. And we are on board with Katinaz at the moment as he is battling for 6th and 7th position with Adam Piper just beside him there, banging onto his core panel. Let's get the outside view of what's going on. Why can't I get any of the other views? No, I can't. Is that it for this race? I'm going to have to just do these views? It's going to have to be these views. Okay. Currently on board with Lewis Edwards, who has got himself up into first position. Let's get on board and see what it's like there in the rear view mirror of his car, looking back at Xavier McIntosh. McIntosh there, trying to catch him, braking hard into that corner, try and ride that apex. That's it, get as much as you can, don't get that track limit, power down that straight. It's nice, I'm tucked up behind him here. Don't know if it's enough to do anything in that slipstream, unfortunately. No, it's not. Or could it be? Don't think it's pounds position, unfortunately for him. Let's catch back up with the rest. Oh, and someone's gone off there. I think that's Liam New. That was. We are on board with Katinaz at the moment as he is in 6th, watching the battle for 4th and 5th in front of him between Adam Piper and Ethan Graham. Bit of a bump there by Ethan Graham onto Adam Piper. They've both gone too deep. Can Katinaz take advantage of this? Yes, he can. He's definitely gained space. And he's round the outside of Adam Piper. Can he get round the outside of Liam New? Ethan Graham? No, he hasn't. Adam Piper has got down the inside of both of them there. Back up into 4th position for that man. And not much you can do. Ethan Graham there, get on board with him as he's trying to catch Adam Piper. We can also see the rear view of Katinaz, who's also been challenged by the likes of John Thompson there. It's a lot more work doing it this way, but a bit of a bump there. And Katinaz has got to get the raw deal of that, and unfortunately he's dropped back a few spaces. That's going to leave him vulnerable to the likes of Ashley Sharp and Mr. Willows. Ashley Sharp taking a lot of grass there, so he's losing the spot. John Thompson taking it terribly there, losing the spot as well. Up into 6th position, Katinaz goes as he tries to catch the likes of Adam Piper and Ethan Graham in front of him. Let's catch back up with those two. In the slipstream they are. And then into Rob Schowler's third position view as he gets a good bird's eye view of what is happening with first and second battling it away there. I don't know if this is quite loud and you can hear me above the actual volume. I might have to turn it down a bit. There we go. Let's turn that down a little bit there. There we go. As I was saying, on board with Rob Schowler as he watches first and second battle away. Takes a lovely line through that sort of corner. I do love it. It's a sort of carousel with that embankment as you head down the hill, round this left hand, and then you're ready to go hard on the brakes into this 90-degree uphill bend, which if you don't watch it will spit you onto gravel and you'll lose time. So you just got to watch out there. All three of them keeping it nice and clean. A little bit of gravel being caught there by David McIntosh, and that's given Rob Schowler a little bit more room to catch back up with him. Down towards the last corner we go, fly through heavy on the brakes, want to ride the inside and power through, but not get track limits, not track limit there. It's brilliant all the way. Kept 2 wheels in that white line. And it is a move being made by Xavier McIntosh on Lewis Edwards, and he's made it. Lewis Edwards can't do anything about that, unfortunately. So we get in at the cockpit with him. Battling away, Lewis Edwards here on first place. Xavier McIntosh, and he's right in the back of him, as you can see. Heavy braking down up around these corners. This track has got such a variety of tight and long corners, but all of them are pretty much banked to some degree, either in a concave or in a sort of carousel way. It's either trying to spit you off or ride you round. Down the hill you go. Take as much curb as possible round that corner, and heavy on the brakes. In second, up the hill they go. Into third. Break down into second here. No, hold third and ride it through. That's what he does. And he does seem to have a bit of a better getaway from there than Xavier McIntosh has as they head down towards the final corner. This makes all the difference for this start-finish straight, especially when you turn in here. Both of them taking maximum advantage of the track limits. And it is 0.3 of a second. That could be something at the top end of this track, and he's got his slip here, but Xavier McIntosh holding the inside line, not giving anything away. Up the side of him he goes. Lewis Edwards currently, can he take first? No, he can't. Can he do the switch back? Oh, possibly. Inside line going into these next few corners could give it him. He has held the inside line. Can he keep it there though? Head down towards the tight. No, he can't. Oh, he's had to give it up. That's kept McIntosh in first position. But Rob Schowler just behind us. Want to see what's going on. Oh, nearly touching the backside of Lewis Edwards there. Having to watch it and give him a bit of space going down the hill. And this top three battle is really hotting up. But there's a huge gap between them and fourth position Adam Piper. Let's see what's going on behind. Adam Piper's under current attack from Katinaz in fifth position. Then you can see Ethan Graham and Joseph Willows behind there. Adam Piper catching a bit of gravel. Actually, everyone catching a bit of gravel on the exit of that tight right 90 degree up the hill. And it is Katinaz all over the back of him here, trying to see if he can get past. Let's get him board. Oh, nearly. And with that touch and back off, Katinaz just lost that little bit of space, but he's in the slipstream. He's coming right up beside him. What's he going to do? Oh, he can't take him. He can't take him. Can he go for the switchback? He has got pace. He's hanging it wide to see if he can stretch Piper out. Piper's just holding on to it though. He's got enough space in that first position and yep, holds on to fourth. The battle for fourth, fifth and sixth still in contention. Ashley Sharp. How's he looking with Liam New just behind him there? They are having a bit of a battle, a bit of a ding dong. We have lost one driver. Don't know who that is at the moment, but for the time being, I'm gonna keep watching. I think it could be. Yes, it is. We have lost John Thompson. Don't know what happened there. Don't know if this game crashed or was a DC or rage quit. Hopefully, it was not the latter. As we watch Xavier McIntosh currently in first position, trying to hold off a good slipstream tow here that Lewis Edwards has got in the OnlyFans car. Don't think he's going to be able to make it. He's not. Rob Showler just starting to slowly catch back up with Lewis Edwards there. He did have a bit of a gap. He needs to keep up because these two have been ferocious. Absolutely ferocious, heavy braking. And up the hill they go. Braking down and around the corner. Down the hill. And it is Lewis Neath. My days. Lewis Edwards has beat the lap record again for tonight with a 1:26.3, and has he got this first position? He has. It's pushed him up into first place, and he's dug down in there, and that's a spectacular move there by Lewis Edwards, getting past Xavier McIntosh. And not only that, he's got a really good run on him there. McIntosh just got a bit wobbly after that take and got a whole half a second gap built up between the two. I suppose Lewis Edwards is just trying to extend that lead as much as possible. We look back to Rob Showler, all by his lonesome. That's a good 1.5 gap on him and the front two. That fight is still very neck and neck. So we get on board with Xavier McIntosh. Let off, ride that corner, full accelerator on, down the hill you go. Get that VTEC engine roaring. Use all 8,000 RPM. If you've ever had the joy of using a VTEC motor, I have. I had one. They were a joy. That scream you get is just pure music. Right, round the top hill they go. Can McIntosh close this gap down round this corner and really get a good early run on him into the start-finish straight. Touch a little bit of grass there, not lost too much space. Kept it quite clean through that corner, did pick up a little bit of a gap. Let's look at it, sort of hover around the 3.64. What the hell? Oh, it's a gear change. It takes so much time. Look at the gap closed now though. Lewis Edwards sort of sitting in the middle of the slipstream. It's annoying I can't get this back to the other way. Okay, sorry. I was just trying some stuff with the camera controls. It seems certain things I wanted to try were not possible. currently watching Ethan Graham. I think I have noticed more than anything in this race is that isn't there a massive delay between the gear changes in these Civics? It takes about half a second before you can change gear. And it's seeming first, second battle and possibly fourth, fifth battle between these two. Further back, we have got a bit of a gap between Adam Piper and Ashley Sharp. Ashley Sharp up into 6th, really good spot for him. Hello, my man. Give us those hazards. Let's get on board with this guy. Watch out this back window. It's Adam Piper. He's trying to reel him in. Big gap between him and Liam New. He's currently getting advanced on by Joseph Willows. Willows looking for the wrong side there. Grass is all he can go round him on. Want to try the other side where there's tarmac. He wants to get that inside line. And he's trying for it. Just didn't quite make it stick. Lewis Edwards actually getting a bit of a gap here between himself and Xavier McIntosh. It's up to now 0.7 of a second there for a moment. It's dropped back down to 0.6, but still a good gap. Really well taken by both the drivers there up the hill. Rob Schauler not been able to do too much here. Hasn't reduced his gap from 1.2, 1.5 down to 1.2. Not much more he can do, but it's holding his third position in the latter stages of this race. Oh no! Oh no! Held that. Okay, so Rob Schauler now definitely in third for the rest of this race. Basically a 3-second gap between him and first and second now, but thank God for that 7-second gap he had with everyone behind him. Ethan Graham's still only 6.5 seconds behind him now, and he's having to worry. The likes of Gatinas, who's behind him here, trying to catch as many points as possible. Let's catch back up with first and second. Lewis Edwards is still in first position. Ethan Graham bearing down. Oh, sorry, not Ethan Graham. I do apologise. Xavier McIntosh. Xavier getting really close and tucked up behind him here through that 90-degree. Both of them keeping off the gravel. Closing him down bit by bit here. McIntosh is trying to do. You can't seem to break that 0.4 second barrier at the moment. See if he can get a better run onto the start finish straight. He has done a lot better. He's 202nd at the beginning of it as well, so it's got to give him a nice clear run on him here, and he's got to go around the outside. There's not much Lewis Edwards can do here, but just hold the inside line, see if he can outbrake him. He's going for the outbrake, and oh, he's done it wide. He's done it wide there to close the door on him there, and unfortunately nothing McIntosh could do. Otherwise he would have just rammed Lewis Edwards off, but then Lewis Edwards would have rammed him McIntosh off if he tried to hang it around the outside, so all he could do was back out of it. Down the hill, absolutely tanking it. Lewis Edwards here. And up the hill we go. Still holding lap record for the night of 126.354. Fastest it's been all night. Xavier McIntosh not being able to do too much here. Can he get that good run off the corner? He seems to say, oh lovely, look at that. Job done straight away, to the point that he got real just straight past Lewis Edwards. And Lewis Edwards now having to dive back in to try and get some of that slipstream to just try and make places up. He really mucked up that other corner. That's a really bad place for him to muck up on the penultimate lap. Xavier McIntosh in first place. Let's see what's going on with everyone else. Rob Schauler still by himself in third. Catinas in fourth, with Ethan Graham behind him, but unfortunately it's a good second behind him, so there's no real worry at this moment, unless there's a bad mistake taken by one of these drivers. Ashley Sharp now in 7th position. That's Adam Piper. There he is. On board with Ashley Sharp, watching Adam Piper, who's currently in 6th. These two are battling it out just as much as anyone else. And it is Ashley Sharp who's got the run on him down into this corner. Heavy braking, take a nice wide line in, out. Oh, Piper has taken gravel on the exit of that corner. Ashley Sharp has caught right up to him. There's a bit of bad throttling for that corner there. It's not made to take advantage of that. Catch back up to first and second. They are on at the start of their final lap. Lewis Edwards only half a second behind Xavier McIntosh, with Xavier McIntosh in first still. Breaking down into the hairpin. And then lift off into the bank corner. Find that lovely line to drift round and then smash on that accelerator down the hill. Feel that absolute lead box of a gearbox change for you. Both of them taking a little wide there. Unfortunately, McIntosh took it wider than Lewis Edwards. Lost him a little bit of time, not enough for Lewis to do anything substantial at the moment, and it is 0.6 of a second between first and second. And here we have it. Can anything be achieved in this last bit here? It's not. It's going to be Xavier McIntosh first, Lewis Edwards second, Rob Schauler in third, Catinas fourth, Ethan Graham up to third there, Ashley Sharp battling away with Adam Piper. He's managed to get past him, he's in 6th. Can he hold him off to the finish line? He can. Lights flashing, 6th position for Ashley Sharp, Adam Piper 7th, Liam New down in 8th, and then Joseph Willows in 9th position there. And unfortunately a no-show for our guy John Thompson. What a race. Wow, what a race, everyone. Let me just get that all there. Congratulations to Xavier McIntosh for getting first place in that there. And that definitely hots up the points for the next race. We will have those shortly on our Facebook page. We'll let you know what they are. For me, Daxyman, that is it. Congratulations to our race winners from race 1 and 2. And for me, it's good night.